All right, welcome back for another video. So we're back at the greenhouse again. Things are doing well. It is getting colder. I did lose 2 more fish, which is unfortunate. So I am gonna bet pretty much on the temperature exchange and fluctuations in the greenhouse itself, because the tilapia I have that are in this tank right here are doing extremely well. I haven't lost any in here. The temperature is basically stable, versus in the other areas of the aquaponic system, it fluctuates more. As I mentioned, it's in a greenhouse. The temperature in the day warms up, at night it gets, well, not as cold as in other places, but cold enough to drop the water temperature. So I'm betting on that. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure, since the water tastes good and all that kind of stuff. Basically the bluegill that I'm losing. But as I mentioned, this water is not stable versus the water in here for this tilapia. Tilapia are hardy, but bluegill are hardy as well. But these guys are doing well. The water is not as clean as it should be, just because the water's going in slow, but it is what it is. Nice and healthy red tilapia. Nice that they start breeding soon. But anyways, basically what I'm going to be addressing in this video is actually I'm going to be showing you 2 plants that do extremely well in aquaponics system. One of them I'll show you a before and after video of how it looked before I actually planted in my aquaponics system. We had it in a pot, just growing in a pot in the house outside for like 4 years. It didn't grow at all. It stayed the same height since we got it. But once I put it in my aquaponics system, it grew extremely well and took off immediately, and now it is quite big. The other plant I'm going to be showing you is in the same grow bed, so that's what I'll be basically showing today. So I have the curry plant washed off. See its roots there, so I'll basically dig a spot in the center and put it in there and see how it goes from there. Look how good that curry plant is doing. So here's the grow bed that I'm addressing with the 2 plants over here. The videos that you just saw before this was regarding to this curry leaf plant right here, which is doing extremely well. I've cut it and it's split off. You can see the major difference of what it was before. Literally before I planted, it was like just up until here, but it's took off quite well. Even during the winter, it grows maybe not as quickly as during the summer, but it stays green year round, versus the moringa plants I have over there, which pretty much dies down during the winter. So this grows extremely well. The other plant in here is this Minari plant, kind of almost looks like a celery. It is also doing pretty well in here. This particular grow bed I don't like that well, since it's just a stagnant, or what do you call it, a constant height grow bed. So there's no bubble siphon on it. The water stays the same height, which causes more gunk to build up in here, just because there's less flow of water. I mean, the same amount of water enters the grow bed through the piping, but since there's no raising and lowering of the water, there's not as much movement in most of the places. But you can see pretty much both of these plants, the major difference as well in this one, how it looked before I planted it, and after. So it's pretty cool. I haven't really used it yet, so we got to see. The leaves do have some yellowing, which could be a lack of different nutrients, which is not surprising since I haven't added anything extra. As well as right now the fish are being fed less, so they're not producing as much waste for the system. But pretty much you can see exactly what we're going to be using this curry leaf plant for. I'm not sure, but it's pretty impressive to see how it took off in the aquaponics system compared to just in the pot we had it for 4 years, which didn't grow at all. Like literally did not grow at all. But in here, within the first year, it started to shoot growths off, and now it's splitting off and growing extremely well. I am curious to see how the root system is, but I don't want to pull the plant out. Maybe later on, when I do want to actually change this grow bed into a bell siphon grow bed. But otherwise, that's pretty much what I'm showing you in this video. Just 2 plants that are doing extremely well in the aquaponics system, which one is this Minari plant, which is like a celery, which is good for eating, and then you got this curry tree plant, which I'm just pretty impressed by, to see the difference of how it grew compared to in the regular garden. Otherwise, in the rest of the aquaponics system, I did have some seeds planted recently, and they're growing, or they sprouted, which is good. Still got to plant some more over there. The other grow beds are pretty lacking at the moment. but it's what it is. Well, that pretty much sums up this video. Just a very simple video showing you those 2 plants growing in that media grow bed over there, which are doing extremely well. The comparison is quite astounding from how it was originally until where it is now, which is pretty cool to show. So that's pretty much what this is. If you do have any questions or comments, remember to leave those below and I'll get to those when you can. Or if you have any ideas on videos you want to see, or anything in particular you want to see in the greenhouse itself or my aquaponics system, my pond, or what else I have, just let me know and leave those in the description. I can get to those. Otherwise, I do appreciate the support and all the views you guys have been giving me and comments and so forth. So thank you for watching.